I don't even know why I bring this story up, but maybe it's because I wanted to say I was right. So Nikki Bella apparently still wants the pipe from John Cena. So she was on this interview. So remember when John Cena and Nikki Bella were both at the Royal Rumble or whatever it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently that night there was a reunion of sorts. Per Nikki Bella. When you hear this, tell me this isn't someone who still wants it. So she says, I was in a circle talking to people. He came to shake everyone's hand. So in her little group, he came to shake everyone's hand, this being John Cena. He shook my hand, but the thing was, when he walked away, all the girls were like, oh my gosh. I'm like, shh, shh, he's married. Be respectful. And that was it. That was nice. And that was nice. And it was great because breaking the ice. And we just both happened to be back at the same time. It was a great feeling, or a good feeling, whatever. So when you hear that, and I guess the part that sticks out is she said, he walked away, and then the girls started were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, why throw that in there if you're not trying to stir some shit up? Like that part right there. It's like, oh, there's something there. It's like, no, he's married now. Doesn't it sound like she's trying to wreck a home?
I don't know. No, not necessarily. I see where you're going with it, but it sounded like that might have been one of the few interactions she had with him, and that might be the only story she had to tell.
Yeah, that was their first meeting apparently since breaking up.
Yeah. So it didn't even seem like there was a meeting. It seemed like he briefly shook her hand and then went on to talk to other people.
Boy, that John Cena, huh? Completely professional.
But
I had girls
yeah.
that I used to stick it to. Fist
Hello,
bump.
Bella.
Yeah. Not a hug, not a fist bump, just like
A firm
firm
handshake.
handshake. Like, let's get you in there. But I don't know, if you're John Cena and you see that, boy, did she choose wrong, by the way. What was that dancer guy who ended up beating her, allegedly? All you had to do was fall in line and you would have been perfectly fine. Now you're over here trying to break a home up, maybe or maybe not. On the other hand, though, if you're John Cena, I don't know who he's with right now, but Nikki Bella comes knocking. You just gotta look at your current situation and be like, I'm sorry.
I don't
Like,
know.
oh,
His wife is Shay. Let's take a look here. I don't know.
what?
She ain't bad.
She looks like she might be Indian.
She's from the East, I'd say.
Well, look at John, huh? He likes him some brown.
She's Iranian.
John Cena, huh? Does like the brown. Good for him.
Yeah, I think she's a step above the Bella.
Well, I don't know about that.
You
She's
kidding
not
me?
bad. She's not bad, but above
Oh, what's her name?
Nikki Bella, whatever her name, Garcia. Look at that.
No way. John Cena, he did well for himself.
He
Her
did.
little flat face.
Okay.
How many languages does she know?
She only needs to know one. Actually, she probably knows
and
two. Anyway, but I don't know. It does seem though that she's trying to stir up some shit. Now, it is possible that she saw John Cena's new look, and that hooked her back in. Even though that doesn't make sense at all because this new look was just a debut. But this was my attempt at a transition. John Cena, he debuts a new look. I guess he was on the movie set, and someone caught a video. And if you look at the back of his head, there is no bald spot. Is that like plugs, or maybe it's a comb over, or a wig? Yeah, I'm not so familiar with bald spot hiding as I don't have one, but
not yet.
yeah. I mean, that on the right, golly, they probably picked like the worst one they can find.
I don't know. Speaking from experience, if the light hits it just right, it looks like there's nothing there.
Okay, well, that's what's going on here because, yeah, I've never seen it that bad. But yeah, this is John Cena's new debut shocking look.
Or is it
So
just his look for his character?
Well, we will find out Monday.
Because, I mean, we debuted Batista with his AIDS look. Is he going to have AIDS for the rest of his life? Or not
I don't
AIDS,
think
it
he's
was
coming
cancer.
back. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. So
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
though. He's not going to be all skinny and frail for the rest of his life, though.
I think he is. Well, no, you're right. He'll do what the movie tells him he needs to do. So yeah, whatever new movie he's working on, it might be part of that. If not, then this is his new look, and it'll be something. We can end it on a high note here, because we need to tear this apart. BET, that is Black Entertainment Television, they ranked the top 15 black wrestlers of all time. So, in order from bottom to top. Now, this is, remember, all time. So we have Jazz rounding out at number 15, Shelton Benjamin at number 14. 13 is Naomi. Jacqueline is number 12. Big E is number 11. And again, this is an all-time list, so Big E is number 11. Devon Dudley rounds out the top 10. Bianca Belair ekes in at number 9. Bob Lashley, number 8. Ron Simmons, and they put slash Farouk, he's number 7. 6, Junkyard Dog, JYD. 5, Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné. 4, Mark Henry. And rounding out the top 3, Kofi Kingston, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who's half black, but he counts for this.
I think, isn't Sasha?
Is she?
I thought she was.
Maybe. I know her cousin Snoop, so I don't know. But your number 1 black wrestler of all time, according to BET, is not 1 time, not 2 time, but the 5-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, multiple time champion, King of the Ring, Booker T. I don't have a problem with it. Booker T is number 1 of all time, just over his whole body of work. WCW, 5-time champion. WWE, another however many time champion. Harlem Heat tag team, multiple time under, singles champion. So, and then, getting the King Booker gimmick over, especially nowadays, is like a dead gimmick where you just have to pretend some bad royal gimmick. But I really think he made it work. So I would say I don't argue with that as number 1.
I don't have a problem with him in the top, maybe 5 or 3. I don't know about number 1.
Who would you put as number 1?
Either Ernie Ladd or Farouk. Ernie Ladd, he was a hell of an NFL player, if I'm not mistaken, with the Rams. And he transitioned to wrestling, and he was a fucking legend. He's one of the best talkers ever. And Farouk, I think he was like the first black WCW champion. And he was just a badass.
Yeah, I would throw him in top 3, that being Farouk. Yes, first WCW champion black. He didn't do as much over on WWE. He had his Nation of Domination gimmick, but I would say he never got like a fair shake as like a singles competitor in WWE. APA, he was also good in that too, but that's a tag team, so I'll put him definitely top 3.
There's also Butch Reed. I think he was Farouk's tag team partner, way back in the old days.
Yeah, when they were Doom.
Yeah, he was a badass.
It's actually like one of the first matches I ever saw in WCW. Doom versus the Steiner brothers. And then there was also like Sting versus Vader. I also remember as an early memory of wrestling.
There was also Tony Atlas.
Yeah, Tony Atlas, I'd definitely throw him on the list.
I think JYD, I would probably put him above Booker. Again, he was groundbreaking.
I mean, I'll speak honestly here. Junkyard Dog, from when I got into wrestling, he's towards the end of his career, so I just remember he had the cool look to him, but I couldn't tell you any big feuds. Now he was the one that feuded with Piper, right? When Piper went blackface for.
No, that was Bad News. Yeah, that's another one. Bad News Brown.
Okay. Boy, Piper.
That was his Scott side. That's not even what he's going for.
Well, because they take it literal. Black on his face. But
I guess.
there's actually not blackface.
But yeah, I would definitely have Booker on the list. I just don't necessarily think number 1 is appropriate. There's some people that don't even deserve to be on this list, if I'm being honest. There's somebody on this list that is just egregious.
Yeah, I don't know why she's on the list. But it is towards the end. And Big E. I don't think he should be on the list.
No.
Is he a good talent? Yes. See, this is where you can like replace him with someone else. But unfortunate for him, he got hurt.
Yeah, Big E probably wouldn't have him on there. These lists are so stupid to have because there's generations that we haven't seen.
Yes. That's why I would say myself, I'm not on the authority to make such a list of 15 greatest all time because I understand there's wrestling before me and I'm not familiar with that. Like you said, like the Memphis wrestling and like the circuits and all that. I'm not caught up to all that. So how am I going to rank someone by not having that information? That's why I much rather criticize someone who does make the list. I don't know why Naomi was on the list though.
Because it's just recency bias. That's what I'm saying. This list doesn't have Ernie Ladd, doesn't have Butch Reed, doesn't have Tony Atlas. Fuck, they should have put Ahmed Johnson on there.
I'm talking about top 15.
Yeah, and you have fucking Naomi and fucking Bianca Belair. You have Big E. You have Kofi Kingston. All time greatest blacks. Come on. It's all WWE people.
Well, there's that too. But I was a big Ahmed Johnson fan. But what did he do? I don't know if he's top 15. Even if you take Naomi out.
Jazz. I'd say over Naomi. Not Jackie. Not Big E. Not Devon. Definitely Bianca Belair. Yes, I would put Ahmed over Bianca Belair any day of the week. Ready, jump!
Which is the first time I found out it was actually fake. When he would yell that part out. Ready, jump!
I'd put Ahmed over Kofi.
So that would be tough for me. Just because I think he only won the Intercontinental title. Not saying it's a bad thing, but I can only remember his feud with Goldust. But I didn't like the Goldust.
He was the first African American to hold the WWF Intercontinental Championship, by the way. He had the feud with Farouk.
But again, yeah, these lists are always hard to make because unless you've seen it all, which
that's hard to say.
Yeah.
And even then, it's biased. You just gotta like some shit better.
Well, I think if you're gonna do a list like that, you have to set a criteria and then judge it based off of that. Not just have, well, I like this person and that makes him number. And then our last thing, I don't think there's going to be much to talk about here, but Lillian Garcia announces she is no longer going to be announcing on SmackDown. So she posted this Instagram. This was actually done like today or yesterday or something like that. So let's hear what she has to say.
Wow, wow, wow. Oh my gosh, what an incredible night. España, de verdad, ustedes fueron una maravilla. Barcelona, increíble. It was just absolutely incredible. And even though I'm an American, I actually grew up here in Spain. So it was just so exciting to be back. But I have some news. This was actually my last SmackDown as the full-time announcer. There's just a new era upon us. Things are being shifted around. However, I am going to Saturday night's main event on NBC and Peacock. Woo! So I'm very, very excited. I'm going to be singing at certain special events. And also, I am working with the WWE on some new projects. So I invite you to follow me and just keep along this journey. It's a brand new chapter and we'll see what happens. But this is home for me. I'm not going anywhere. I absolutely love the WWE and you guys have been so incredible ever since I came back. Can't thank you enough for the welcome. So let's see where this goes. But I will be heading to Germany this weekend. So I'm so excited. Germany, Alemania, we're coming for you. All right. Hope you make a lot of noise just like Spain did. We're so excited. All right. In the meantime, much peace, love, and passion to you. And you never know if I pop up on Raw or SmackDown whenever I'm needed once again. All right. So I love you guys and just have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Lillian Garcia, done. But she's not out of the WWE. That's a good thing. I'll be honest. I hear her sometimes, but outside of cringing at the person, I don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, there's the Alicia Fox creature that I can't stand. That's the only time I really notice.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about her. It's like she tries too hard or something.
And she peacocks.
Yeah, that too. And also don't like Mike Rome. I'll go ahead and say it.
Who?
The dude.
Oh, I probably don't like him.
I don't like his stupid hair.
Is he the one that has the perfect part?
No, he has like a mohawk type deal.
Oh.
Or I don't know if it's a mohawk, but the front sticks up.
It's kind of dweeby.
Yeah, it's just something about his voice. I don't know. He's no Michael Buffer, obviously. That's
Obviously.
what I'm getting at there.
Yeah, aside from Buffer, Samantha Irvin's the only one that's really stuck out in a positive way. Too bad she's sucking dick for AEW.
Well, not yet, but she might. She did have something that she said, like her wrestling career is not over.
She also said she'd like her story to finish out in WWE. Like, what story? You got to commentate one more match?
Her not being an
Or-
announcer.
Not even commentate yet. You got to call one more name in a funny way. That completes your story. You can close the book after that. Fuck.
No, she doesn't want to announce, so she's
Well,
got to be.
she's going to have to announce. Stand firm, Triple H. You watch this show.
Yeah, 10 toes down. But there you go. It sounds like Mike Rome and Alicia Taylor is going to be the announcing team. Not good. We'll just wait for the next team.